Okay guys, hi, this is Lantiera. What up? And I'm kind of mad right now. I've been commenting on a few videos and I've realized that a lot of people, well not a lot, some people think that the Iron Maiden and some other torture devices are not real, but are hoaxes that museums have made just for tourist attraction. Unfortunately, that is not a good thing. So, I will have to say this. 1. Torture devices have been used. They are still used today, though it is now called BDSM. Another thing, for those who think that Iron Maidens are fakes, they are not. They are mostly used during the Dark Ages, though. So a lot of people could think that they're fakes. But during that time, Iron Maidens were actually just coffins. Coffins that opened up in the middle. They did not have any spikes or anything. It was just tons of wood put together that people were trapped in. And, for those who are claustrophobic, I'm guessing that would be a hard thing for you to live with. And it could probably cause a lot of death because of the shock of you being in that. But, other than that, it was okay. Not a lot of people died from it because of the fact that it was probably just a shock that made made people die. It really didn't have any spikes until later on in life, and that was when they used it for people that they thought were no good. They used it I can't believe I say that. They used it for people such as witches and stuff like that. People who murdered and everything. They technically killed them off because what they thought was an eye for an eye literally meant a death for a death or something like that. And it's sad, but it's true. They use, I think it's called mating cows, to burn people alive. They use all these devices, all these torture devices, to supposedly work for the better good. And it's sad. Yes. That I'll admit. Yes, it's sad. It's unfortunate that it's happening. So, it's unfortunate, but that does not give you the reason to say that's not true. It'd be like saying that the Holocaust wasn't true, and unfortunately there are people that do think it's not true. There's a lot of people that think that medicine for AIDS is just a gimmick. It's not going to help you. And yeah, there's a point where the medicine won't. But you know what? It makes you live longer. It makes you survive longer than you would without it. And people think that that's not true. People think that the medicine actually makes you worse. And there are some people that think, unfortunately, that, that there is no evil in the world. And, for children, I will have to admit, yeah, that's okay to say for them. Because they don't need to know the harshness of the world. They don't. But, hang on, sorry guys. If you can hear the TV, I'm sorry. You know, I was watching something and I forgot that I left it on. But, you know, it's sad. But, there is evil in the world. Sorry guys, sorry to burst your bubble. There is. Sorry to burst your bubble for people, but there was a Holocaust. I know that because my grandfather actually fought in that war. Sorry to burst your bubble, people, but there was torture devices. And that's something that you cannot stop. Okay? You can't change history by just believing something else. You can't. So, either you guys need to study up on what is real and what is fake, or, and this is just for people who disbelieve in what history has told and what has happened in history. But for those with those disbeliefs, you literally need to study up and face the facts. And I'll give you a hint. Okay? I'll give you a true hint. Is if you think it's easier to tell yourself in the mirror than to tell somebody else that's fake, then this is gonna be sad, but unfortunately that just means that you have the problem with it. Not them. You have the problem with accepting it. It's like, and I know I'm hiding myself and I can't believe I'm doing this, but a lot of people will say I'm beautiful. But yet I've had so much low self-esteem a few times that I thought I was ugly. And I started realizing how, you know, it was much easier for me to tell myself that than it was to tell others. So there's my perspective of it, it's their perspective of it, and then there's the mirror's perspective. And that's the in-between on both. And it turned out that they were right. I am beautiful. I'm still not going to show myself in the camera ever. You know, so soon. But I am. And that's the unfortunate part, is that I had to realize that the hard way. And now it's your turn, peeps, to realize the hard way that history doesn't have that lie. You know? We do have unfortunate things that have happened to us. We do, and I'll admit that. And I'll take anything just to wish that it did not happen. If we had a time machine, I would try to change that from happening so that we could have a better future. And we're still having unfortunate things happening that are going on. You know, people were dying either from suicide because people are being bullied, or because of shootings and stuff like that. But, you know, we can't ignore it. We can't. So, for you guys, this is, oh my gosh, wow, that's a lot of time that I've just wasted talking and babbling. But, for you guys, here's something to think about today. Is what is true in life? Is there something that I'm really not getting? Is it just my perspective of life, or is it the entire way of life? There's something to think about. So, I'll see you guys later. Like this if you want to hear more about torture devices. I can give you links. I can study up on it a little bit more and tell you what technically happened in history. So, again, like if you want that. And I'll make sure to make a video on that as soon as I've, finished my own studying and everything else. I'm technically studying on everything right now. So, bye! Wow, that sounded awkward. Okay, sorry. Bye!